A ghost camping trip. I went on a camping trip with my parents and my friend. Me and my friend Ebony had our own big tent. Our parents were in their own, in their case, smaller tent. The first night the sky was clear, so we watched the stars. But the second night was a bit rainy, though we stopped at midnight. I knew because I had to go number one. When I reached for my shoes, they were gone. I swear I put them there, I whispered. Where are they? I just couldn't find them. And then I woke Ebony. She gave me her shoes, so everything was fine. Or was it? The next day, after breakfast, Ebony and I went to explore. At least that's what our parents thought. We went searching for who stole my shoes. We stumbled upon a few dozen deers. And then we came upon a lake, a very creepy lake, very dark and very calm. There was an island in the middle of the lake and a bridge that led to it. The bridge was covered in moss and very slippery. We managed to get over the bridge. Ebony was scared of water, so I held her hand. When we got over, Ebony slipped on the leaves and fell into the bushes. It took her a while to get out, but when she did, she said, I found a cottage. I looked through the bushes, and there it was, in its own creepy way. We were very curious but anxious. We still went inside, and what did we find? My shoes! Yes, my shoes were on top of a shoe pile that was in the house. Let's go back, it's getting dark. Besides, this place is giving me the creeps, Ebony whispered. Exactly, it's getting dark. If the owner of this house lives here, then he or she will come back. But butts aren't allowed, I yelled. After a few minutes, I looked at the clock on the wall and realized it's moving like crazy. Then I heard a scream. It was Ebony. She was looking at the door. I looked too, and at the door was floating, floating, a ghost-like figure. Poof! It was gone instantly. Then we heard a boom. We ran out of the house, head first, crossed the bridge. We ran all the way to camp, but we didn't tell the parents. We went straight to bed. In the morning, I woke up. Ebony was shaking me. She was pointing at the mirror while jumping up and down on her knees. I looked at the mirror. On it was written, We're sorry. Please come back. V. I read what was written on the mirror a few times, but since I was sleepy, I didn't understand it, and I think the 10th time I read it, I knew what it meant. Tonight, I said to myself, but somehow Ebony heard it and said, Yep, tonight. We snuck out at midnight. The sky was full of stars. We were very quiet. It took us an hour to find the house. I just forgot to say, my shoes decided to come back home from that creepy old place. When we came into the house, you're not going to believe this. It was a whole ghost party. I looked at Ebony. Her mouth was open as wide as I've ever seen it, just staring at the party. What is this? I whispered. Excuse me, I yelled. Every ghost was looking at me. What is this party? The ghostly figure that we saw last night floated up to me and said, I'm the one who stole your shoes and frightened you last night, so I wanted to apologize to you with a party. I was still unsure if Ebony was still here or had she traveled all the way to, I don't know, China. When the ghost started talking, I wasn't thinking about it anymore. I'm terribly sorry this isn't the right time to bother you with parties, but the ghost stopped. I mouthed out, No, it's fine. I was preoccupied with looking at the golden lanterns that were floating around and all the food they had, but then I remembered what was it that I wanted to know. Excuse me, I was wondering what did the V on the mirror mean? Oh, that's our signature, Vickering. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Pretty cool name for a ghost gang, huh? So anyway, we went to feast with the ghost. We were so full that we skipped breakfast the next day, but we also found another message. We went there again and again, feasted again and again, and did so the whole summer. The ghosts were very sad when we needed to go, but we promised them we'd come back the next summer. Both Ebony and I wrote the story for a summer report. I never thought that I would be friends with a ghost. The end.